The following podcast contains strong language and alternative facts. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Heel Podcast. Over the airwaves and under the influence, we are Turning Heel.
Hello Internet and welcome to A Haunting Inn. That's right, HQ podcast has also had a shake-up, and so we are here today to talk about Ooga Boogas. With me, the Grizz, and Chris motherfucking Hughes.
Ooga Boogas.
Yes, the Ooga Boogas.
Well, there was a few fucking ghosts on Raw, let's just say that. Ooh.
What?
Just gender. Fuck gender. Just the ghost of Raw's past.
But yeah, like that's for the Turning Heel podcast to deal with. So today, ghosts, real or peanut juice? That's what... Right, okay, I'm done with this bit.
We can't have peanut juice. I'm allergic. I might die. And no one wants that.
Chris can't eat nut juice.
Oh man, we got so excited because we thought this was episode 69.
Nice.
And then it turns out it's not episode 69.
Nah.
This made me sad.
It's alright, 2 more episodes and it will be episode 69.
Giggity.
It's gonna be
a fun episode.
It's gonna be the sexiest episode ever. Maybe that'll finally be the naked episode.
Maybe, who knows? Play me with enough alcohol and see what happens.
Yeah, Lord knows you don't have enough in your fucking fridge right now. He texted me the other day and he's like, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to be drinking when we record this podcast on the weekend because I don't have the money." And then come the day and his freezer and his fridge, actually, are both chock-a-block with fucking brewskis galore.
Because people kept bringing me beer because I was skint. So for everyone that brought me beer this weekend, I love you all.
You're welcome. Actually, I brought you cider, so...
Same thing.
Same difference. Anyway, okay, so...
Although, to be fair, I think most of that wasn't supposed to be left. That was just Stu woke up this morning and was like, I need to go home. I just left everything. He's left a full bottle of Southern Comfort as well.
I know, I seen that. I was like...
just to fucking wind me up because it's got New Orleans on top of the fucking label. Did you see my post the other day?
I don't know.
About I've registered for the Cycle to Work scheme at work.
Oh, really?
Because I want to get healthy. And then plus I don't want to end up this situation again where I'm so skint I have to walk to work every day.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah. So I signed up this because I get a bike as part of it. So I'm looking through all the bikes that I can get. And fucking... I'm going to show you because I can't remember exactly what it says, right?
This is going to be good for an audio podcast.
Right, we'll explain it once I show you. I just want to get your reaction.
It's got two wheels and handles.
I'm fucking miserable because I'm skint, I'm sober, and I'm having to fucking
cycle
to work, right? Restaurant cycle for work. I'm really fucking missing my holiday. I'm like, oh, I wish I was back. And then I came across that.
It's a bike.
Read it.
The Viking Bourbon Street Crossbar. I see.
You can't, like, fuck off! I can't escape how much I miss New Orleans because the fucking name of this bike is a Viking Bourbon Street crossbar bike. Bourbon Street, fuck off.
Maybe it was made with actual parts of Bourbon Street.
Well, I left it in tatters, to be fair, so...
I think everybody did, by the sounds of things, with your fucking stories of people cutting shit down off the poles, and you were there, so Lord knows it's never going to be the same again.
Definitely not. There's probably like a town meeting going on in New Orleans just now to like repair the damage.
They've all just like stuck up photos of you behind every pub, and it's like, do not sell. Or do. I mean, because you're going to make a fucking bomb, whatever pub you go into.
Exactly. Even when it is 3 for 1.
Aye. Oof. What was I going to say? You see that fucking shake-up joke would have worked so much better. One, if we had more podcasts in the HQ Podcast Network. That's not really a network. And two, if you weren't like the host of both of them.
Do you know, Paws phoned me just before you came over,
Aye.
and I thought it was phoning to see if he could come over for a bevy.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, Paws on Turning Heel as part of the shake-up, that'd be hilarious. But he's not coming over.
Sounds about right. Anyway, he's never going to listen to this.
Nah, probably not. Fuck you, Paws.
Dicks. Pause likes dicks. Right, so shall we get into it then? We
Yes.
spoke about shake-ups on this, which didn't fucking work. It was a funny joke in my head. It didn't. It didn't work.
Should we cover the elephant in the room, first of all, though?
Oh, yeah.
The thing that everybody's been talking about.
He's called Stampy, and he's my new friend.
The biggest news to hit the pro wrestling world in 50 years.
That's right, folks. Vern Troyer passed away.
Yeah, that was sad. But that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, really? What were you talking about?
I'm talking about the Grizz. I know you probably already heard this story, but the fact I'm going to remind you, it's going to upset you again. So just make sure you're in a comfortable position.
Right, okay. There we go.
John Cena and Nikki Bella broke up.
What? You're fucking kidding me? I hadn't heard
Nope.
this. What?
Nope.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Nope.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Nope. It happened.
Really?
Man.
I thought their love was so in their I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. See the amount of fucking times I've seen that pop up my timeline on Facebook? Mm-hmm. And then there's fucking, he made her sign a 75-page contract. We fucking knew that 3 years ago.
I know. That was for the 3 years that, they lived together. Had nothing to do with them being engaged or any of that crap. See if John Cena is like, in real life, he's like what he is on Total Bellas or whatever. I would fucking broke up with him a long time as well, because he seems like the most dullest, miserablest person on the fucking face of the planet.
Oh yeah, totally. But
It's like a fucking robot and low battery.
But the thing is, though, they're both fucking dull and miserable. Like, Cena's fucking dull and miserable because Cena's dull and miserable.
Yeah.
Fucking Nikki's miserable because fucking Bree's all married and get a kid, and fucking she clearly wants that, and Cena clearly doesn't. So that's how she's fucking miserable.
Yeah.
It's just, who gives a fuck,
It's
man?
like, can you not just find somebody else that wants that? I mean, remember in Total Divas when Dolph tried to fire into her again? It's like, well, clearly Dolph wants you.
Aye.
He'll probably have your fucking wins. I'll have your wins.
Yeah, me
It's
too.
fine.
Call me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, zero fucks given.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, the fact that you brought it up, I was like, I was not even going to bother talking about this, because it literally does not fucking matter. Do you know what's more important than this? Like, a week and a half to 2 weeks ago when Shawn Michaels cut his fucking ponytail off, that's more newsworthy than this is.
I know, man.
Although we did forget to talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it
Just
now.
because it's more newsworthy than that doesn't mean it's newsworthy.
But, like, there was somebody that says, oh no, with his haircut he actually looks a bit like Chris Benoit, and it's like, he does. See, from some angles, like, there was
I
like...
haven't noticed, I have to say, but I haven't actually seen a picture of him without the hair. I just know it happened.
Aye. Well, like, there was a side photo of him, and it's like, because he had like the kind of, what do you call it, short beard, like stubble, that's the word I was looking for. He did look a little bit like Chris Benoit. It was kind of freaky. Let's just hope that like Triple H doesn't get a text from Shawn Michaels saying the dogs are in the closed pool area sometime soon.
What else is in the news? World of Sport's coming back, which might give WWE a kick up the arse to sort out this UK show.
Yeah, it's getting recorded in Norwich again, so it's just, you can't escape that fucking country.
Because they've got a decent TV studio to do it in.
I wouldn't say it's decent.
Well,
Like, that's where WAW record their shitty television, and it looks terrible.
aye, but that's their production.
Well, yeah, I guess. And probably WAW only not record, like, they only get in a certain amount of people, because that's the only people that care.
Yeah, the people that actually live in Norwich.
Aye. And then, but for, like, I'm just more so annoyed because, like, they were originally going to record it in Preston, and it's like, Preston's fucking easy to get to, and I would have went to, like, every taping if I could. But no, Norwich is too far away.
That's right, so they were when they announced the
Guildhall?
shows that they then cancelled.
Aye. Which is, funnily enough, the exact same time, like, as these ones are, like, a year before. Because it was in May last year that they were going to record it.
Do you think it'll happen?
Doubt it. See, considering they're still using the same old fucking like poster of
Yeah, 'cause,
World of
Gibson's
Sport.
in it.
Gibbo's in it. Gibbo.
Yeah,
I don't like calling him that, but I don't know. Sometimes it just happens.
fucking. I actually had a debate with a guy on Facebook today who was like, "Oh, Gibson's going to be the star of this show," and I was like, "Gibson won't be on it."
Aye.
And he's like, "Yes, he will because WWE UK talent can work other shows." And I'm like, "Yes, only with WWE's fucking permission."
Yeah.
Which, if you haven't listened to it, you should listen to. British Strong Style confirmed on Talk is Jericho that that's the case. They're technically allowed to work any show they want. Technically,
But
they always ask WWE first before
Yeah.
doing it. And they've never had one that's been refused. So all this stuff about them having to do dark matches on like WCPW is all bollocks.
all right,
They were always in the dark matches.
fair dues.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, obviously, like you think that the three of them would be smart enough to be like, let's just not work for World of Sport.
Yeah.
That's just going to
That's
cause too much fucking trouble.
basically what they said, is they've never actually asked whether or not they could do anything that's TV based, but like Pete Dunne was just basically like, I don't really feel like we have to ask whether or not we can do a TV based
Yeah.
thing. The answer is
Pretty obvious.
yeah, like no.
Hey, Triple H, can I go work at Impact Wrestling? Yes. Wait, that's Vince McMahon.
Do you know?
I don't actually know who.
Do you know what? Actually,
who that was
I
gonna
think
be, either.
WWE would be all right with that
Maybe.
because they clearly don't see fucking Impact as competition. Never have, never will.
Especially
And
after
plus, they're kind of working together now.
the TNA jab as well. Like,
Yeah, they're talking now though.
Matt
Because-
and Jeff
Matt and Jeff
Hardy
DVD.
DVD's going to have matches from Impact, which is really random. I just think that is
Well,
really
I'm
random.
glad they're doing that instead of just pretending nothing happened.
Aye. Just like
Like the whole time they were gone.
fucking James Storm when he came into NXT for 10 minutes and they were like, oh, James Storm used to work in WCW in 2001. It's like, no, he didn't. If he did, then he definitely was not on television.
He had one match, I'm sure.
Aye, maybe, something like that.
I'm sure I've seen it. I think it's on YouTube.
It was like
He had
AJ Styles
had
as well, had
one
like...
squash match where he was a jobber.
Fuck's sake.
I can't remember who it was against.
It was like AJ Styles as well. He had about like fucking 5 matches in WCW, and that's been his whole career. Oh, AJ Styles used to work for WCW,
In
then
fairness-
disappeared for 12 years.
No, in fairness, they say he was in Japan.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so he went from WCW to doing
Japan.
doing nothing for years, and then Japan.
When he was a member of a certain club. Speaking of which, Corey
Cody
Graves-
Graves said Arm Raw. Idiot.
Bullet Club is for everyone.
You're damn right, but we're talking about the Ballet Club. Fuck. We
I
didn't
don't
say her
even know
name.
where, I don't even know where it got that from.
Maybe everyone sounded a bit like Echo. Told you. Could you just turn it off? Every episode, man. Echo off. Good night. There we go.
No, it happened because you said the E word.
Erection?
No,
Oh.
the E word that I'm not going to say because it's going to set
Which
it
word?
off again.
I don't know which word you're talking about.
You're a pain in the ass, Grizz. Has anyone ever told you that?
Almost on a daily basis. Some people just like post at me on Facebook just to remind me. It's like, I know.
This is your daily reminder, Grizz. You are a prick.
Thanks, phone. Right, so WOS, like, I'm gonna give it a go. Like, I have a feeling this is gonna be the new 5-star wrestling kind of thing where
Oh yeah, I'll watch it.
Okay,
I'll
so
definitely
you'll-
give it a go.
you'll actually watch this one. That's a good start.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Well,
I just didn't have time to commit to 3 hours of 5-star wrestling every week. It's going to be an hour tops of World of Sport.
yeah, probably. You're right. And it's gonna be on a Saturday, so
Yeah, be a Saturday night thing.
will it be Saturday night? That's
It will be, definitely.
It's just like I just kind of briefly glanced over it, and it's like, Sunday afternoons or blah blah blah. I just seen Saturday afternoon, not Sunday, sorry, Saturday afternoon. I was like, maybe it will be
It would be
like
about
its
5
old
o'clock.
time slot.
It'll be about 5 o'clock.
Yeah, maybe.
But no, actually, do you know what? I doubt it. I don't think it will be because I don't think they'll try and compete with the football. Football doesn't finish till about 7 o'clock on a Saturday.
Maybe.
So I think it'll probably be about 7 to 8, maybe.
That may be a good shout. Because, I mean, I think that was about the time it was on what was...
Hogmanay.
That's the one, yes. I was going to say New Year's.
I think it was
something.
8 o'clock it was on or something like that.
Aye. Because I remember, like, it was... No, I think it was 7 till 8. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Sometime around there. And, but it just... Now the question is it going to be as cheesy as that fucking pilot episode?
Yes.
Ugh. Because that was the one thing I couldn't stand.
Oh, it's going to be aimed at kids. Totally aimed at kids.
Aye.
Hence why Grado's going to be the face of it.
Aye. Fucking hell, Grado's held that belt for like 2 years now.
I know.
You think he should get stripped of it for not defending it?
Yeah, exactly. And plus, he's surpassed CM Punk's record.
Yes. And the 2 champions of... well, at least like, people like Dave Mastiff have already like passed the title reigns of like someone like Big Show. Remember that time he won the world title for 5 minutes? That was hilarious. And then Daniel Bryan beat him. Those were the days.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan cashed in for that, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Big Show beat Mark Henry, and then Mark Henry attacked Big Show after the match. So like,
oh, that was the start of Daniel Bryan's heel turn.
Yeah, and then Bryan cashed in, and like with every other cash in, it's like, oh, you need to wait till the other wrestler's standing up before the bell rings. The referee's like, oh, fuck this, ding.
Yeah, he's not getting up anytime soon. Look at the size of him.
It's like, do you really think I'm going to be able to help him up? No. On you go, Bryan.
Plus, we're already over time. Just ring the fucking bell.
Fuck it. At least it wasn't as stupid as the most recent cash in.
Yeah.
Do I cash
Are
this
you
in?
sure?
Do I cash this in?
But you sure?
But he just kept pointing at it, and it's like, what do you think it is? Oh, it was rough, man. But then, like, there were some people, like, on other podcasts that were pure like, oh, I think Mike Chioda, like, pure knew to sell it and pure make it anticipated and everything like that. And it's like, I don't know.
No,
what the
because the
fuck are you
referee
talking
should be
about?
doing it as quickly as possible.
I know.
Because it should be like, oh, I'm cashing in. Oh, okay. Give me a briefcase. There you go. Cashing in. Right, ding, ding.
Like, the only thing I could think of is I could see when it is an official cash in, it's always really fucking quickly that the ref takes the thing and gives it over to the ring announcer and is like, right, this is a match. And that's all done really quickly. But like, see when it's a false cash in, that's when the referee fannies about for fucking 5 minutes. So maybe that might have been the thing where like he was told to fanny about. So you think, oh no, she's not cashing in. Charlotte's getting back up. And then as soon as the bell rings, you're like, oh fuck, here we go.
Do you know what I think it might be? Like, it could potentially be. Maybe they decided to do the cash in last minute. Maybe, like, they decided to do the cash in last minute, and basically Carmella's, like, came out of nowhere as far as the referee's concerned with the briefcase. And he's like, whilst it looked like he was going, are you sure? They were actually fucking communicating. And she's like, yes, we're doing it. So
I
that's
don't
possible.
think so.
I doubt it, but it's the only thing I can think of.
I highly doubt that, but
It's the only thing I can think of, but fuck it, man.
You're entitled to your crazy loony opinions.
Hey, if it wasn't for my crazy loony opinions, we wouldn't have this podcast.
That's true. Yeah, this is the only outlet we have to have our crazy loony opinions.
Yeah, they're always completely wrong, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, that's
They make me happy, maybe.
the fucking that's wrestling for you, man. But I think wrestling is really the only fucking form of sports / entertainment where you could watch it and be pissed off every fucking week for a long ass time
And still
and
keep
still watch it every week. Like it's like waking up every day and getting punched in the face. It's like really.
hell.
Well,
It just becomes part of life, doesn't it?
there's my punch in the face for the day.
See, like, I was saying the same about no spoilers, but like I was saying to my manager in work about The Walking Dead, and I was like, I'm just not into it anymore. But I've invested so much time.
That's what everyone's been saying.
Like I'm with it to the end now because I've
Every
invested
person-
too much time to not be with it now.
Every person I've seen that's watched The Walking Dead, they've all been saying that this season's been shit and all that, and they're just like, but I've literally spent over 100 hours probably at this point watching Walking Dead, and so it's like, I'm committed now, ain't I?
Yeah,
And it's like, this is why I don't even want to bother starting. Like, I think it's like the ship has sailed in me watching The Walking Dead. Because fucking barely have time to watch anything. Although it's because I've got too much wrestling to watch.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I was just saying, like, I've invested too much time in it now, man. Like, so that's me invested. That's me hooked.
Yeah.
I am no longer the target audience they're trying to appeal to because they've got me. Same with WWE. I am no longer WWE's target audience because they've got me.
Yeah. I mean, it's that whole thing, like, when I started watching wrestling, like, as I said, like, I got into wrestling a bit later than everybody else, in, like, 2002, which is a really weird time to get in on it. Like, you had all that Attitude Era, I could have been watching it, and I didn't. But I started in 2002, after that Attitude Era finished.
When it was starting to go downhill.
Yeah. And then, like, my parents were like, he'll grow out in about a year or so. And it's like, no, now that there's so much fucking, like, live wrestling all over the UK, and I'm a working man that gets monies for my work, just travelling fucking everywhere.
Yeah, totally.
All the wrestlings.
All the wrestlings. I really want to fucking go to Progress next month, either in London or Manchester. Can't decide which.
Manchester would be easier and cheaper.
But London's super strong style.
I know. That fucking lineup looks amazing.
The 16th entrant, I'm quite behind.
How long does it take for that to get up on the Progress Network?
It'll probably be in total about a week for all 3 nights to go up, I would imagine. Remember last year we binge watched all 3?
That's what I was going to say. We should try and do that again.
Yeah, unless I end up going. We'll see though.
Aye, we'll see. Nevertheless, that's something to plan for the future, and then maybe we can do a little mini-sode about it, or part of an episode. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, see how it goes.
But nevertheless, shake-ups. Let's get shaken up.
Let's get jiggy with it.
Sure, that fucking thing. So Raw and SmackDown had their shake-ups, and we are going to get the lists up.
We'll go through each one individually.
Chris has changed his background photo on his tablet to a photo of Alexa Bliss, and every time he turns on the fucking tablet now, it's just like fall silent a little bit.
Okay.
Can that just be like our new turn and heel logo? We'll just kind of like have it as a tattoo, like on her somewhere.
Yeah, it could be.
I'll try tossing
Sure,
her.
we'll get sued. Although I need to sort out my Bliss Club t-shirt soon. Fucking awesome. Right, so WWE.com's decided to go down. Excellent.
Fantastic. Right, I'll try and go off memory then.
Well, the first one onto Raw was Jinder Mahal.
Yes. So he came out, blah, blah, blah. I didn't actually see the beginning. I turned it on like 5 minutes in, just seen Jinder in the ring. So I think he interrupted Kurt Angle or something like that.
Yeah, I was drunk when I was watching it, so I don't really remember exactly what was said.
And then Jeff Hardy came out, and we had a United States Championship match.
Yep.
Which Jeff Hardy fucking won.
Yep, and became
The
a Grand Slam champion. You're fucked if the Raw commentators were going to tell you about it, though. I had to message you to double check that I was right. I was like, he's a Grand Slam champion now, isn't he? And you're like, yes.
Jeff has pretty much won almost every single belt there is to win ever in WWE. From like his run when he started. Like European hardcore, intercontinental, world title, WWE title, now US title. He's won like fucking 3 different variations of tag team titles. Probably the only ones he didn't win were the old SmackDown ones before the ones they have now.
Yes, and the only singles belt I can think that he's never held would be the WWE CW Championship, which was held by a Hardy.
Yeah, that's true. But I was going to say, like, those don't really count.
Yeah, I know, but
Sadly.
that's the only one I can think he hasn't won.
He hasn't won the Cruiserweight title, but he was the light heavyweight champion,
Yeah.
which is essentially the same thing.
Yeah, I'm calling that.
I think it's actually the same lineage. Up until, obviously, Hornswoggle won it, and then nobody's ever remembers that belt ever again.
Yeah.
Because this purple belt that they've got now is the first time ever
Yeah,
Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, there's never been a Cruiserweight champion before. Nope, not ever.
No sirree, bub.
I find it really weird, though, that WWE didn't lap on the whole fucking Grand Slam champion, because they love telling people about Grand Slam champions.
Nah, only when it was Roman Reigns.
Which, well, they did it with Seth as well. And with Orton. Recently.
Fair enough.
Like, the only reason I can think they didn't fucking jump on it is because they didn't fucking realise.
Know.
They didn't realise. They absolutely didn't realise.
It's probably because, like, everyone else, Orton maybe a wee bit debatable, but probably still more recent than Jeff Hardy when it comes to it. Like, all those have been recent title reigns, as in, like, in time. So, like, it was only recently when people like Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins and Randy Orton won their last sets of belts. But it's been fucking ages since Jeff Hardy held a belt in WWE, other than the tag titles.
Ambrose was the first Grand Slam champion for the Shield. All three members of the Shield are Grand Slam champions.
They are. Mm-hmm.
Ambrose was first, which is surprising.
Yes, very much so.
Not surprising. See if we went back to the day the Shield debuted, everyone thought Ambrose was going to be the star out the Shield. So not surprising then, but surprising now when you see how much they fucking.
And there was a period.
Roman.
There was a period where he totally was. He was the most over Shield member when
he was the one they gave the singles title run to.
He was, like it was like Seth and Ambrose were feuding over the belt while Roman Reigns was fannying about doing something against Randy Orton, I think it was, for that short period before WWE. It's like, right, okay, he's had that one match on pay-per-view, time for the championship, Roman. And then they won the Royal Rumble, and that's when that atrocity started.
Yeah, but it all went downhill.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just weird to look at Dean Ambrose. Like, he was fucking up here at one point as, like, the most excitable guy. He was genuinely, I would say...
He didn't evolve, though.
Yeah.
Like we've said many times on this podcast, like, this injury might actually do him a bit of good.
Yeah. Because, like, you're right, like, that's exactly what I was kind of about to say, was... this was back when he just kind of started this weird, zany new character that he done before everything was so... What's the word? Like, repetitive?
Mm-hmm.
Like, fucking, he's got flung off the ropes. Oh, there's that bouncy off the ropes thing. Oh, he's back with a clothesline. Signature move. But aye. So he was like, it was pure. I would say at that time, he was like my favourite wrestler at that point. But then, as you say, he didn't evolve, and that's when it just started to become formulaic and kind of boring. So here's hoping when he does come back, he fucking, like, switches it up a bit. Because I do still like Dean, but he needs something new.
Yeah, he needs to come back with some sort of evolution anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he comes back the exact same, he can probably ride off that for a couple of months, but then he's just going to end up in the exact same position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next... We'll do this as a collective.
Okay.
So the next switches over to Raw, where Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan, collectively the Riot Squad.
Oi. Fine. They're just essentially going to be Absolution.
See, the thing is, though, last year we said that after watching Raw we could call who was going to move based on what had already happened. Like in terms of when Miz came over to Raw with the US title. No, it was with the Intercontinental title.
Yes.
And we were like, okay, well, Kevin Owens is clearly going to SmackDown tomorrow.
Yep, and then he did.
Yeah, and then he did. Similar thing here, like, as soon as those three came over, I was like, yep, that'll be Absolution away.
And, yep.
Absolution are gone, which we'll get to later on.
But now it kind of works. Like, we'll get into that when we talk about them more.
I'm really looking forward to seeing these three on Raw, though. Well, like, considering WWE view Raw as the main show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really chuffed for Sarah Logan in particular.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually really chuffed for Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott as well, yeah.
Liv Morgan, meh.
Well done. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that.
Well done, sweetheart. Yeah. You seem nice.
Seen about 20 million people getting selfies with her on Bourbon Street. So I'm like, fucking... I didn't see her. I just keep seeing it on Facebook. And I'm like, she seems alright.
She is absolutely stunning. I wouldn't mind having a photo with her. That made no sense.
No, it really didn't.
I just wanted to say she was pretty. There was something else I was going to say here, and I fucking forgot what it is now. Well, it seems as if, like, Riot Squad have done everything they can do on SmackDown. They've literally faced everybody at this point, so other than fucking bringing people over in the shake-up, there wasn't really much else to do with them. You couldn't feud them with the Iconics because they're all heels, and really the only other, face that they got for the women's division's Asuka.
I think they could have maybe done something with Ruby Riott.
Mm-hmm.
They probably still could have had her chase the SmackDown Women's title for a while.
Yeah.
Because she only really ever one go at that. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
But with regards to the other two, yeah, there's probably they were never going to be in the title picture, which is sad. But
I don't know. I just for some reason I honestly thought that they were getting towards the end of the Riot Squad run and they were just going to potentially break up. But now it's like getting put over to Raw is kind of giving them new life.
yeah,
So we'll
they
see.
still might break them up. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who
but
knows?
have a little run at it first.
Next superstars to move over to Raw are Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, who were technically free agents.
Yeah,
Signed by Stephanie McMahon herself.
with her bummed arm.
Yeah.
Bummed arm.
Don't know how she signed the contract.
Well, did Rousey not say like she wanted to break the other arm so she can still sign the contract? So maybe that was it. Was it her left arm? I think Rousey broke her left arm and she's right-handed, so
Yeah.
I think that was the whole.
Oh, so you can still sign my paycheck.
yeah.
That was it. Yeah, you're right.
So there you go.
But yeah, I'm interested to see where they go with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on Raw. Like, I'm kind of getting towards the end of it now, where I'm like, okay, break up.
But see, the thing is, they've now got a fucking joint Titantron.
Yeah, I think they're going to stick together at WrestleMania next year, and I think they'll probably have a match at WrestleMania.
Do they stay in the tag division?
I would say yes for now. And
I don't see why not.
kind of do something similar to what they did with Owens and Jericho.
Uh-huh.
Have Owens... I would much rather it was a Universal title he won,
Uh-huh.
but it probably won't be. Have Owens win a singles title and then sort of gradually build the break between them, and then we'll get Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn at WrestleMania next year for whatever title it is, for a belt.
Yeah.
And then Sami finally gets the big win over Kevin Owens, which he's never had.
That's true.
Sami's lost the feud every time.
I know he might have picked up a wee win here and there, but not.
He's never won the actual feud.
Nah.
Never won when it mattered. So they can kind of build on that Sami always falls at the last hurdle.
Yeah.
And put him in there as the underdog. Then the underdog wins, and everybody's happy, and the peasants rejoice.
I think like he might have won like the one match where it was like, oh, this is gonna be our last ever encounter, and then it would like 2 weeks later they wrestled again, so it just kind of made it a moo point.
Yeah. And like the only time they've wrestled for a title, as far as I'm aware, was for the NXT title, which Kevin Owens won in like less than 5 minutes or something like that. He totally destroyed Sami.
Pretty much. Like
So like yeah, it's I would be all for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn wrestling at WrestleMania next year.
just that match, just when you bring it up, it's like that was probably one of the most unique finishes to a wrestling match in like a long time. Just the way that it was like it was stopped by like TKO essentially, and that was like
Is even announced your winner by TKO and
Yeah.
new NXT champion?
it was like such a weird ring announcer as well because it was like ladies and gentlemen, the match has been stopped. Kevin Owens is your new NXT champion, and it was like that was really weird.
Yeah.
It's not formulaic at all. It
Yeah.
just seems so like JoJo was like, I think it was JoJo. She just seemed so shaken up by everything. So like, yeah, I liked it. Anyway, I liked this thing from fucking 5 years ago. Well done, 5 years ago NXT.
Yeah, that was brilliant. Present day NXT is no bad. That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, next up we've got woo woo woo. You know it. Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder has been
He's
drafted to
pretty
main
much do
event,
the exact same thing he did on fucking SmackDown.
which is nothing.
Yeah, basically.
No, now he gets to move over to main event and actually wrestle for like the 10 people that watch main event. Myself,
A whole 10?
probably.
I think you're overestimating the crowds by about 10 times there, Chris.
Well, maybe the Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder can get back together and lose.
That would be awesome, actually. It'd be fucking great if they just went on a big, massive losing streak.
Well, it's like someone in our podcast was like, "Oh well, like they could get back together." I mean, like I don't know what you're supposed to do because one of them like is just like in a gimmick right now, whereas he's just loses every single match that he's ever in, and then the other one's Kurt Hawkins. So, jokes.
Yeah. I've watched back some of the WrestleMania stuff, and there was a brilliant segment that I don't think I actually saw with Braun Strowman and Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I can feel there's a change coming, man. I can feel it. I can feel it with bones.
You could
man.
be my big break. It just chucks him through the wall, and it's like, swear to God, Braun, see if you don't say what I think you're going to say. See if you don't say it, I'm no longer a fan. And then Braun just goes, there's your big break. And I was like, yes! It's like I said it with him because it's just like, it was so obvious it was going to happen that it's like, okay, you have to say this. And then when he did, it's like, yes, you're a legend.
Next up,
comedic timing at its best.
which is an interesting one for me.
Yes.
We have Fandango and Tyler Breeze, the Fashion Police.
Pardon me. It's not like they were doing anything on SmackDown.
Yeah,
And then,
but I think they're good enough to be tag champions.
Yeah.
To at least be chasing the belts.
I mean, remember that short run they had where they were against the Usos, and it was like, there was literally that point where it's like, they could do this.
Yeah, and the fact that they were put over the bar as well later
I know.
on in Raw.
Which is going to be
Well,
interesting.
It makes sense because the bar was leaving.
Shit.
But the bar could have beat the Fashion Police and then moved over to SmackDown, and that'd been fine.
Yeah.
But the fact they've actually put them over the people that were leaving suggests they might actually try and do something with them.
Now with the bar leaving though, what happens with this match next Friday? Because what would be the point in the bar wrestling for the Raw Tag Team titles when they're now SmackDown superstars? So do you think maybe that's why they put Breezango over the bar, and then they could be like, well, we beat the bar and we're here on Raw, so why don't we fight for the tag titles instead? And so it would be Breezango against the Woken
I don't
Willy Whackers.
doubt it. I don't think so. I think they're going to do this match. See, to be honest, man, this card for Friday is amazing.
It's
but-
all completely fucked up now.
Yeah, it is, man. And this is why I keep saying the superstar shake-up should happen, the fucking Raw and SmackDown after Mania.
Yeah, so you're not building shit already?
Yeah, because like they're building Samoa Joe versus fucking Roman Reigns for Backlash.
Yeah. Which is probably still going to happen, and it will be a good match, but now it just makes no real sense. Because what happens if this Roman goes into this match as the champion? What, is Joe going to get a title match for a belt that's on a brand he's not on?
Yeah, it's completely stupid.
And then also now it's like, you've got 2 weeks until Backlash, and Joe's on a different brand, so how the fuck is he meant to build up a feud with Roman Reigns when he's on a different show? Like, this is this always happens. Like, they do a draft or a shake-up, like, while they're building matches for a pay-per-view, and then now it's just like, right, well, this makes no fucking sense.
See, the thing is, though, like, potentially the US title could end up back on Raw.
But,
Because I've got a funny feeling Jinder's going to win.
no, you're alright.
And then you've got this ladder match for the Intercontinental title,
Uh-huh.
which I think Samoa Joe's going to win
Ooh.
to take the Intercontinental onto SmackDown.
Okay. And then you can have Jinder versus
I suppose
Orton.
The Miz could win it and take the title back onto SmackDown.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that at all.
I would rather not. I'm done with Miz being a mid-carder, like feuding in the mid-card.
A Miz Carter.
Fucking Miz to the main event now, please.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
I'll reserve that thought I had there for till we're through this. But see if they do that. See if they have like Joe or someone as Intercontinental Champion, and then maybe no. I was going to say maybe they could put both belts on the line if Joe won and against Reigns, but then I don't want Reigns to hold 2 belts.
yeah. No,
fuck that shit.
No, it's the last thing we want.
But I don't. I'm just.
They would end up having to do what ICW have had to do
Maybe.
and like vacate the mid-card title because they don't want their champion to lose in order to lose said mid-card
Yeah.
title. Do you know
Which
what I mean?
happens all the fucking time though. It's like, it's just like so bizarre when it's like, I remember like one of the biggest ones was when Orlando Jordan beat John Cena for the US title, only for John Cena like fucking 3 weeks later to go on and beat JBL and become WWE champion. And it's like, just the kind of logic behind that. It's like, well, you lost to Orlando Jordan, so like, what good are you?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so next up we've got Ugh. Natalia.
Ugh, I forgot about her. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
See, people take the piss out of fucking Big Show for all the healing faces turns.
Yep.
Natalia's just as bad because she appears
yeah.
to be a face on Raw.
Yeah. But, like, when she's in a fucking heel, when she's in the middle of a heel turn, just the way she fucking talks to people, it's like, I can't tell if you're meant to be a face or a heel. Because you always come in,
She's so unlikable.
I know, she really is.
She's a really unlikable person. And
That-
that's fucking horrible to say about someone.
is
but
a bit-
she is, man. But she's so unlikable. She'd be someone I would spend 15 minutes in their company and just be like, nah, I definitely don't like you.
Yeah. Aye, she seems so self-entitled. It's like really fucking bad. Like, just this is going on from all the like old total divas I've seen. She's a brat of a person. Like it's just always, what about me? What about me? What about me? Nobody else matters. What about me? And that fucking voice goes through my head, man.
And she's pals with Ronda now, apparently.
Oh yeah, which means true friendship. There's nothing's gonna go wrong there.
I'm kind of annoyed that at the end of this match they did the Sonya Deville Ronda Rousey square off thing.
Uh-huh.
And then just had
Just get it out
Rousey.
of the way.
No, they just did Rousey just fucking destroy her.
Yeah.
They should have kept. They didn't need to keep them apart. They could have just had Sonya walk away. Because if they do a good job with Sonya on SmackDown, then that's potentially a really good feud down the line.
Yeah, potentially.
Because if they come for the same background.
I think.
Although to be fair, that feud is probably that storyline is probably reserved for Shayna Baszler. To be fair, when she comes up.
I think like maybe that should be the lead in then. Like,
By the way, honourable mention. I was on the fence about Shayna Baszler for so long, but I'm on board, man. See you fucking on NXT this week. She was fucking great.
what did she do?
The
Oh yeah, when
Performance
she
Center segment.
she just walked in and just bitched out all the fucking women.
Yeah. And I'm like, fucking yes. And then when she's like, if you're not okay with that, get up and leave. And then
I think it was Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai got him left.
Aye.
I was like, that's great.
Fair enough.
I think it's going to be a fun title run. I think it's going to be a long title reign as well.
She was also like, I did like the start of it when she's like, I mean, I'm late for a meeting, but you know, I'm the champion, so
The fact she's walking about the Performance Center with her belt, you never see that. Like,
it's very smug.
yeah, totally, man.
And then she just wanders in this meeting with all the other women, just kind of like just with the belt, just like rubbing it in their face.
Yeah,
Essentially,
fucking great. Anyway, we're going off topic.
we're gonna talk a bit more about NXT and their women's division and all that in a wee bit anyway. When we get on to certain team that's coming up to SmackDown, missing a member.
Yes, that's a good point. Very good point.
But anyway, we'll get to that.
So next up, we have Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre.
Yay!
Interested to see where this goes. I'm assuming it's going to go on Dolph just being a fucking dick,
Yeah,
and then Drew battering him.
Drew's the fucking muscle.
I know. I mean, like the way the story's going to go, where Dolph's just going
right.
to be a dick to Drew, just kind of be like, "Oh, I got you up here, kid," and all that. You know what I mean? And then just Drew kills him, and then Drew's a big baby face on Raw, beats Roman Reigns, becomes Universal Champion, and everyone dies happy.
Yeah,
The end.
Scotland will go absolute apeshit when that happens.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps comparing them to Shawn Michaels and Diesel, which is a not bad comparison.
Yeah.
Hopefully they stick about for a while. I wouldn't mind them as tag champs.
I'm quite happy for them to have a run together, but I think that's Dolph. If rumours are to be believed, Dolph's new contract, he's essentially there just to put people over. He's not interested in title runs or anything like that now, because he wants to he wants to focus on his stand-up comedy.
Yeah, you should focus on that a lot, buddy. What I've seen, it's bad.
So I get the feeling he's just there for Drew to squash at some point eventually,
Probably.
which I'm okay with.
Yeah, fine.
Totally okay.
That's what you want to do, then fine, whatever.
I would kind of rather Drew was on SmackDown, because I think he could be a main eventer within the year on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily think that'll happen on Raw.
Although with the way that he's talking, he's like, I'm going to be the first ever Scottish Universal Champion, or WWE Champion, whatever he said. But it's like, maybe they do have high hopes for Drew on Raw.
Maybe.
So
What was it Triple H tweeted? Triple H tweeted something about this time he's not chosen, this time he's taking, or something like that. And it was a picture of him and Drew. Something like that. Anyway, it was catchier than that what he'd said, but
yeah, but it kind of makes sense though, because it's like he's not been chosen this time. He's not the chosen one. He's doing it all himself.
Yeah.
So what else have we got?
Next we've got Baron Corbin coming up to Raw.
Yeah,
from
which was just a video package, which was weird, but all right, we'll see what he's up to. I just feel as if he's another one of those kinds of people where it's like you've kind of done all you can do on SmackDown. So
yeah, I think he needs to have a really solid year though.
Because it definitely seems as if WWE have kind of they've soured on him a little.
But if these rumours are true as to the reason why they've soured on him, then fucking good on him.
Nice. That's when he had that fight with the doctor, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's him standing up for
everyone, basically.
Essentially. I was going to say standing up for what he believes in, which I guess is kind of true, but it's like, Baron Corbin was there in the sports ball. I can't remember which one. I think it was NFL or some shit like that. And he's like, well, no. Like, that's completely wrong. I've been in the NFL. I know these things.
Yeah. So, like, if that's the reason they have gone sour on him, then fuck it, man. At least he's going to be future endeavoured with his morals.
Yeah, totally.
So, fair enough to the guy, man.
Fucking everybody claims that, like, he's a bit of a dick of a person, but it's like, well, you know what? At least, like, he fucking...
I've said this in the podcast before. When I met him last year, he was an absolute gentleman.
Oh, and there you go. I don't know. I think
security had to break up our conversation.
Well, because you talked to him.
Aye, basically they were like, fucking had to move beyond.
Aye.
But it wasn't like I was just nipping his ear about stuff. It was like a proper conversation.
Blah, blah, blah,
we were talking about last podcast and left, because I had the last podcast and left t-shirt on. So fucking gentleman, man. He was lovely.
Fantastic.
Maybe he was just lovely to me because like right away we had something in common, so we had something to talk about.
Yeah. Don't even know like what fucking like bands he likes. So it's like last podcast and left is probably the only thing. Because like unless you walked up with like a fucking band T-shirt, like hey, I like Alder Bridge.
Yeah. Okay. Next, again, straight to main event. We've got Conor and Victor.
I'm a bit skeptical in this one because it's like they've done nothing for so long. Could this maybe be the thing where they start to get a little bit of momentum and actually become a serious team?
See, I fell asleep before Raw finished because, as I say, I was drunk when I was watching it. Were they on TV or was it a video package or just announced on social media?
I think that was an announced on social media one.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's about it for now. Like, well, they're pretty much got to be either pushed to the point of being a serious team again, or for the first time since they've appeared on television, fucking about 4 years ago or something, probably even longer than that. Or they're just going to be used as the fucking jobber team as usual.
Which is a shame because they're two big scary guys.
Yeah, although Conor is just a fucking beef person now. Like, he's so out of shape looking.
No wonder. They're not fucking doing anything.
I know. True.
I mean, like, if they kept them on SmackDown and did it properly, then they probably could have had a very fun feud with the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah. They said that instead they had that one match, but they lost in about 40 seconds, so...
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh, well. And the final one to be called up on TV was the glorious Bobby Roode.
He needs to turn heel. Very soon, because I'm so fucking bored of him.
I'm okay with giving him a chance as a face on Raw. For now. And see if the dynamic's different.
Yeah, maybe, okay.
Because I think the dynamic on Raw and SmackDown is totally different. Like, in terms of the people that attend the shows.
Yeah. I mean, SmackDown has always kind of been the more, I'd say, like, work rate, like, in-ring.
Yeah.
Heavy.
SmackDown is the show that's geared towards us.
The wrestling fan.
And Raw is kind of geared towards the family-friendly
sports entertainment fans.
People. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's how it always...
I don't think they've done that intentionally. It just kind of is the way
it always happens, though.
Because, like, obviously I've been to the last 3 WrestleManias. My first WrestleMania I went to, SmackDown wasn't in Dallas, so we didn't go to SmackDown because it was in Houston, so it was like fucking 4 hours away. Second WrestleMania in Orlando, SmackDown didn't sell out, whereas Raw, you couldn't get a ticket for Raw anywhere because people went home before SmackDown. And the exact same thing happened in New Orleans as well, where we got upgraded. Like, we were sitting in like the 300 level, and they upgraded our tickets because they hadn't sold enough tickets camera side, so they just fucking had to fill it with people that had bought cheap seats. So we got like amazing seats for like fucking $25.
You're always lucky with fucking doing shit like that. Like that time you went to Raw with a shit ticket, and then you just fucking walked down to like the 3rd row.
To be fair though, that wasn't an upgrade. That was me just being drunk and ballsy.
I know, but it's just like, it's kind of admirable, just the balls that you had to do something like that. And didn't you see where you were like standing next to a security guard or something?
No, what happened was the security guard was like, "Can I see your ticket?" So what I done was like, I found this seat by going on StubHub and looking for the most expensive seat on StubHub that no one was ever going to buy.
Aye, that's still getting
and
sold.
I'm like, I'll go sit there. So fortunately I still had the StubHub screen up on my phone. So the guy's like, "Can I see your ticket?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, no problem." So I opened up my web browser, it just zoomed into the section in the seat on the StubHub website, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, that's over there." I'm like, "Yeah, cheers man." Yeah, that was Mania last year. This year ended up ringside as well for SmackDown, but that was part of a trade.
Oh really?
Yes, one of my mates, his pal decided to come last minute.
So you got tickets for Oro?
No.
Oh.
His pal decided to come last minute, and they wanted 2 seats together, and they couldn't get 2 seats together. So he had that fucking awesome seat on the floor beside the ring. So we traded. Me and Eddie gave him.
It's just. I put beer caps in my eyes, and I was just sitting there, just still listening, like, for intently, just wanted to see how long it would take for him to realise that I was fucking doing shit.
Right, so we swapped our two seats together for that one awesome seat. I then bought a cheap seat for
Eddie?
Raw and a cheap seat for SmackDown.
Wait, what did Eddie do then?
Eddie sat in the good seat for Raw, since I sat in the good seat last year.
Okay.
And I sat in like the nosebleeds.
Okay.
And then SmackDown, I sat in the good seat and he sat in the nosebleeds.
Fair enough.
It worked out well. Anyway, Bobby Roode, yeah. So,
okay, I'll give him a shot as a fucking face then.
See how it goes
on Raw. Because obviously, as we said, there's the new dynamic. There's new people for him to wrestle. Maybe he might find something here that he didn't have on SmackDown. Although, still, I think going as a heel could be good in the future. But if they do go heel, he needs to drop the Glorious theme, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
partly Vince said that. That's why Vince insisted on him being face when he came up.
I mean, like, see when he turned heel in TNA, like he had this pure, like, happy, clearly a face sounding theme song, like, "I'm off the chain, time to go against the grain." Like, it's pure. It's like pure. Wow, that is a face theme song. And then as soon as he turned heel, it was the same theme song, but it was just like changed to like violins, and it's all slowed down. It's like, oh, here comes a nasty bastard person. So do something like that. Just drop the Glorious.
It's like Ziggler, like when, because like he had. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Yeah, you don't want to make Bobby Roode like Dolph Ziggler.
No, but I mean, like his, he had the "I Am Perfection" theme tune, and then the one that he currently uses, and I know the one he currently uses, he uses both heel and face now. I always liked that when he turned heel, he used to go back to "I Am Perfection."
Huh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I always liked that sort of dynamic, but now he just sticks to the same one, and it's kind of boring. But
just the way you said that, it's like, oh yeah, like Dolph Ziggler. All I'm imagining now is like Bobby Roode coming out and he just goes, "Arr!" And then he just kind of wanders out. Glorious!
And then he plays the music anyway.
Yeah.
Like, fucking alright. Fair enough.
Like, but the whole logic of that is, like, see, to have a record scratch, it needs to be playing first. So the sound effect of just a record scratching to nothing, how can you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, so the music should start. I'm here to show
To
the
the
world.
world.
I'm here to show the world. Come on, bring it, Rain.
But that's what they done at the time. See, when he started this whole record scratch thing, that was what they done at the time, and now it's just like, just put the record scratch at the beginning. Why? Fucking no.
Yeah, he's got to save his 3 seconds on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last 3, which we'll go through pretty quickly. Mojo Rawley.
0 shits.
Yep, none given. Mike
Back
Kanellis,
down to main event. Who?
who has done nothing since fucking...
Well, he's done something. Am I right?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
bro. Well, exactly. He's done something, and that was get his wife up the duff. And his wife was really the only reason why he's in the company to begin with.
Yeah.
So
totally.
without Maria, you don't have an act, so therefore you're not on television. But yet you were still at WrestleMania. I assume. I think he was in the Battle
He
Royal.
was, yes. I think he'd done a couple of matches in Access.
Yeah, probably. I mean, see, that's the thing. He's been on SmackDown for these past, like, fucking however many months wrestling. Just, they've mainly been dark matches or probably a main event, which, again, nobody watches, so... So if a wrestler wrestles a main event, does it actually make a sound? No, I fucked that up. If a wrestler wrestles a main event, but there's no one there to see it, then did it actually make a sound?
Did it happen?
Did it happen? No.
I'll help you there, guys.
Thank you.
Um,
Edit that out. Let's try this one more time.
okay,
Right.
okay.
Take 2. If a wrestler wrestles a main event and there's nobody around to sound, fuck! Never mind.
I wasn't going to edit it out anyway.
I know.
I'm too lazy.
No, that's the thing. Bits. I like doing bits. It's fun.
And finally, we've got Chad Gable.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, I'd like them to maybe keep him off TV and just have him do dark matches and whatnot, main event maybe until Jason Jordan's back, and then either put them back together or feud them.
No, I like the idea of them taking his thing in a completely different direction. I just don't want him near Jason Jordan for a start. I don't like the idea of, because like, see, the last time they interacted, they're probably like, ugh, well, look at me, I'm Jason Jordan, I'm a champion now, look at my belt. And then Chad Gable's in a huff and it's like, don't have a fucking belt with my black partner.
Probably going to edit that out.
Well, it's true though. It's like, your black partner left. Well, here's a new one, and it's like, that is really insulting. Why? And then even the New Day are like, oh yeah, yous are just American Alpha. So even they brought it up. There's just like, anyway, what was I saying? Aye, just keep them away from each other. I don't like the idea of the two of them together. I like the idea.
This would be an interesting conversation. Then, if you want to keep them apart, what does Chad Gable do on Raw then?
That's what I was just about getting to.
Fair enough. My apologies.
But I digressed too much there. That was my fault completely. I want them to maybe take his whole thing in a different direction and make him like not scrappy, but the scrappy kind of technical wrestler. Like the guy that can take anybody down. Like, no matter his size, he can chop you down and out-wrestle you even. And, just be like, the kind of thing where it's like, okay, well, look at him, he's fucking tiny. Ha ha ha, tiny man in this fucking world of the giants. And it's like, yeah, well, it's Scrappy Doo, essentially, is what I want to be.
Scrappy Doo there.
Yeah. But then, like, you'll be like, fuck you, I can take you down, no problem. And then he actually does. And he's just like, I still want him to be a heel as well. That would be cool. So he's scrappy, he's a heel, and he's like, he's kind of like writing checks that his ass can't cash. I think that's the sin. But then his ass does manage to cash them.
Somehow. He somehow gets there.
Or maybe even do that thing where it's like, he thinks he's doing great, and actually he's just stumbling into blind luck, where like wrestlers fucking trip over him and smash their face off the turnbuckle and pass out.
I'd like him to stay heel.
Because he was great as a heel. But just that couple of weeks where he was on his own before Shelton Benjamin returned, and it's like that match against Rusev, and it's like, it clearly shows he can fucking go.
Yeah. Which we knew anyway.
Yeah, but just on his own, and it's like, No, Chad Gable has a lot of upside. And I actually think breaking up this team is a good idea, because it was going fucking nowhere. Pardon me.
Probably should have went further than it did actually go, to be fair.
Yeah. So that's everyone that's on Raw.
Yes, so we'll take a wee break, and then we'll come back and talk about SmackDown Live.
Don't you see the writing on the wall? You're in way over your head. You're gonna drown in the things that you said. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. Words are cheap and lies are made to pay. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. And all your words are due to pay today. It's a paradox, a mystery, a riddle, a door in your face, and only I have the key to understand. You'll be caught in the middle, caught in a web of being spun by me. Don't you see the writing on the wall? Just a victim of your own conceit, the architect of your own defeat. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. Words are cheap and lies are made to pay. Time has come and gone for words. 1,000 threats I've heard before. And all your words are due to pay today. Never walk away from a fight that's worth fighting. Never hesitate when you know you're gonna act. Never waste your words on a fool who won't listen. Never sell your soul 'cause you never buy it.
We have too much time on our hands.
We really fucking do, don't we? We probably spent more time editing that bit of music to get that perfect than we've probably spent editing the entire show.
Needless to say, yeah, exactly. The only editing that, well, I was about to say we do. I don't fucking do anything. I just sit there and watch, like, colours fly about the screen. But the only editing Chris does is when he edits in music. And then he gets really, like, into, like, fucking editing the music. And it's like, wish you had that love for the rest of the podcast. It's like bits where I'm literally, like, going to edit that out. And he's like, no, it can't be arsed. But I'll spend 20 minutes making sure the song fades out perfectly.
It's how I roll, man. It's how I roll.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss again.
Yeah. God bless. God bless, Lexi.
God bless.
Okay, so on to SmackDown. So the first draft on TV to SmackDown, anyway, because technically it wasn't the first draft.
True.
First
draft was on Raw.
Yep. On first draft to SmackDown was the United States champion, Jeff Hardy.
Yes, hence why we played his theme music.
Yes.
The theme music he should bring back.
He absolutely should 100% bring back.
That was the perfect theme music. Because it just feels...
I remember, see when it was building up to Jeff Hardy winning his first WWE title. This was really about the time I was getting back into wrestling. In fact, I actually think it was 2008, wasn't it?
I didn't know you in 2008.
No, I'm talking about when he won his first title. It was 2008, wasn't it?
Thereabouts, aye.
Yeah, so it was the year I was getting back into wrestling.
It was...
And I was used to say to my pal, and I was like, he's going to win the title before WrestleMania.
Literally the tail end of the year, because it was at Armageddon.
Yeah, it was December Armageddon. Because my theory was he was going to lose at Armageddon, then win the Rumble, and then win the title at WrestleMania. But I've been saying that for months. They're up to building, because they were building for Jeff to win that title.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're even dropping hints in his theme tune. My pal was like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, listen to the lyrics. Can you see the writing on the wall? Yes, I can see the writing on the wall.
God, you were a conspiracy theorist all the way back then.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, man. I've been a conspiracy theorist since I was about fucking 12.
You and fucking what's his face? Oh my god, I've blanked at his name. The old wrestler that's a fucking conspiracy.
Jesse Ventura.
That's the one. Aye, you and him have gone very well.
Oh, we totally would, man. Well, we absolutely
That's
would.
a conspiracy.
To be fair though, Jeff Hardy winning the WWE title is hardly 9/11.
Well, you try to say Jeff Hardy caused 9/11? That's
No,
ridiculous.
That's not what I said at all.
That sounds like it.
This is a conspiracy.
That's a
theory, Snap.
conspiracy. Conspiracy? Conspirasaurus?
At least you didn't fucking reference Alex Jones. That you remind me. That I remind you of Alex Jones. Fuck that man. That guy's mental. He thinks that fucking juice boxes turn kids gay. Juice boxes.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And gay frogs as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because, like, well, what's wrong with a gay frog? Like,
Yeah. That frog can stick its bobby wherever it wants to stick its bobby, as far as I'm concerned. More power to it.
like of all things, it's like, oh, but gay frogs, though, well, they're the worst kind of things to be gay. And it's like,
Do you know what? It's got to the point, I've started listening to his podcast.
yeah.
Just purely
To
for the
laugh at
shits
him.
and giggles. Because, like, he's so passionate about the things he says, and he's like, and there's the crisis actors. You know, like that was it Park something, the shooting they have in Florida. Like, oh yeah, they're all crisis actors, every single one of them, hired by the U.S. government to make you think there's a problem with guns, but there's not a problem with guns. The problem's in the White House, which was actually kind of correct. With the problem is in the White House, because fuck Trump. Anyway, we're digressing again.
Fuck WWE Hall of Famer. Donald Trump.
So yeah, I really want another Jeff Hardy WWE title run,
Yes.
and a good one this time.
Yeah, because it was always stop and
The
start
two
with
he's
his
had
title
have been
runs.
pretty poor.
They had like 3.
2, is it not? No, I had one with the WWE title and one with the World
I
Heavyweight.
think he had 2 with the world title. I pure feel as if he did.
Maybe in the same feud with CM Punk.
Yeah,
If he
like-
did have a third, they didn't hold it very long.
They chopped and changed a wee bit, I'm sure. Well, yes, that again. That's why we played that theme song.
No, you're right. He did have 3, because one of them was he won the title, then CM Punk cashed in on him,
Yes,
and he held it for like 5 minutes.
yeah. That was and yeah, I'm quite good with my history. I am just going to 100% confirm it with Wikipedia. Championships and accomplishments, a bunch of pictures. Bloody hell, he's held a lot of belts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, we were kind of talking about that earlier. WWE title and 2 World Heavyweight titles.
Yeah.
There we go.
And one of his World Heavyweight titles was like 5 minutes.
Yeah. And then I think he won it back.
And then CM Punk
And then
won it
CM
back in a
Punk
ladder
won it
match.
back, yeah.
And
Yeah.
the stipulation of the ladder match was if Jeff lost, he had to leave.
No, that was the cage
Oh, that was
match.
the cage. The
yeah.
next day, on the next SmackDown, I'm sure.
That's the one.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes, give us more Jeff Hardy title runs. Because, like, what I was going to say a minute ago was, like, we need that theme back because it makes Jeff Hardy seem like a solo act. Him coming out to the Hardy Boys theme music just makes it seem as if he's, you know, still grasping onto that. And it's just not the same.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of wrestlers continuing to use their tag team theme tune when they go solo.
Yeah,
A la Roman Reigns.
Shelton Benjamin. Ooh, I wonder what Chad Gable's theme song's going to be now that he's on his own. He's just going to use American Alpha again, isn't he?
Probably. Especially if he's face.
Yeah, because obviously Shelton's now using the Shelton and Gable tag team theme as his own theme because he came out of that on SmackDown. Speaking of which, right, so US champion Jeff Hardy is the first draft pick. I am like all for Jeff being on SmackDown, even if he wasn't US champion.
Because he could be a main eventer on SmackDown, which is
Exactly.
Jeff Hardy should be in the main event.
Yeah.
If anyone disagrees or agrees, let us know on Facebook, Twitter, at Heel Podcast. But Jeff Hardy should be a top guy.
He's
And
one
he
of
can
the
be a
biggest
top guy
names.
on SmackDown.
One of the biggest and probably one of the most popular. I would say one of the most popular wrestlers of all time. Like, rarely has Jeff Hardy ever been a heel. And even when he was a heel, everybody still loved the guy. Jeff has something that nobody else has, and that's just like the ability to not be able to dislike the guy. I don't know what it is. Just like, it just seems as if like everybody unites when it comes to Jeff Hardy, and everyone's just a fan of Jeff Hardy.
That was like when he won his first title at Armageddon, a triple threat with Batista and it might have been Randy Orton and Triple H. Edge, yeah. When he won that title, that's the first time since I got back into wrestling I was properly invested.
Yeah.
And we get noise complaints. Like I lived in Clydebank at the time, and we got a noise complaint for like a police letter through the door,
Right.
and the noise came from when Jeff won, when he came out of nowhere because the way the camera was,
Aye.
you couldn't see him.
'Cause
He
it was
came out
like-
of nowhere and hit the swanton.
I think it was like Edge being pinned or Triple H. I think it was Edge pinning Triple H, and then Jeff just plop
I
right
think
on
it was
top
other
of
way
the two of them.
round. I
Is it-
remember exactly.
He pinned Triple H, I'm sure. Because that's why I remember that so much, is because it was surprising that Triple H is like, oh, I'll lose a fall to this guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he did pin Triple H. He came off the top rope whilst Triple H was pinning Edge, hit the swanton, and then kind of rolled into the cover on Triple H, I'm sure.
Yeah, okay.
I might be
maybe.
wrong, it was a long time ago. But yeah, I watched it with me and my mate Mark watched it, and we were so rooting for Jeff, and then it happened, and fucking the two of us just went ape shit.
Yeah. I know, see, like, it was weird just because, like, see, during that time, I don't know why, like, I got through that kind of phase where I was like, I would still, like, watch it, but I would just kind of, like, flick through the shows and just watch the bits that interested me. And then even then, like, I was, like, pure stoked for Jeff, but, like, I remember just not being as invested then, and I think that kind of, like, hurt the meaning of that title win. And then it got the Royal Rumble a month later, and I was like, well, that was absolutely pointless.
Yeah. It was really annoying. Like, I really want Jeff to have a really good, solid 6-month WWE title run. Or just title run in general.
I mean, there were some people that were going on about, like, Jeff Hardy and his ability, I guess. Because it's like, oh, he's kind of a sloppy wrestler and all that, and because SmackDown is so, like, fucking worker heavy, like, could Jeff keep up with people like AJ Styles and all that? I'd say he can.
Oh, yeah.
Like, 100% he can. But it's just one of those things where...
Sloppy is a very wrong term to use as well, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, when have you ever heard of Jeff Hardy injuring anyone?
Even himself. Like...
Yeah, like, think of all the... Like, the worst injury he's caused himself was when he fell off that fucking bike.
Aye, exactly. And then the only other... like, Jeff Hardy's barely ever had injuries.
Is this it here?
Aye, I just thought... I'm more interested just to see. Like,
Yeah.
But, like, Jeff Hardy's barely ever had, like, any injuries until recently. That one that he had where he fucked up his shoulder or whatever is, like, one of the first times in a long time where, like, he's actually had an injury that's happened in the ring. And so it's just quite surprising considering how he's went this long, especially with his, like, Daredevil style.
Yeah, it's amazing that you consider all the mental stuff that he's done, he has never fucking... Yeah, so Triple H was the one in the cover.
Aye. Pedigree, cover on Edge. Very weird link pedigree. Oh, so he pinned Edge.
Oh, he did pin Edge,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go. Huh. Awesome.
I was closest to being right.
Yeah, you were actually.
Yes! I got one over him. You did. Finally! Finally! It's happened!
I've been waiting 26 years for this. I was right. And then it's like, oh, I thought there was a clown. Family Guy joke. What the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah, Jeff Hardy. Yeah, so Jeff Hardy, main eventer, make it happen, SmackDown.
Yes, please make it happen, SmackDown.
I'm excited to talk about, let's just try and get through these because I'm excited to talk about the future now. So
Right,
let's get
okay.
through these.
Right, so next we get Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Not sure where that will go. That it could be good.
It's going to be
shite.
interesting considering Paige is the GM. So they're going to go in and they're going to be like, oh, yes, now that fucking
It
Paige...
makes sense for Paige to trade them.
Yeah. But it's like, they're going to go in, they're instantly going to be like, oh, good, Paige is the fucking boss. We are so going to win, like, all the time and win all the belts. And then Paige is going to be like, oh, well, I can't do that now because I'm general manager. I need to be fair. So... you're not a part of me anymore, and you're just going to be treated like the rest of the women.
Since when did fucking Paige become Jack the Vickers? Jack the Vickers?
Jack the Vicar. Oh, Jack the Ripper's like a more holy cousin.
No, Jack the Ripper's fucking fifth victim.
Because she's like...
Made a total arse. That was a great joke. That made
was.
a total arse off there.
Wait, when did she become the fifth victim? When she started painting her face like she does. Oh!
Turn it down for what?
That fucking advert. Paige here. Watch my new. Here's the trailer for my new movie. It's about me.
What do you think of that trailer, by the way?
Looks alright. I'd watch it. I think it looks
I
better.
don't think that scene's going to be in the film at all. I think it's just an
The
excuse
Rock scene?
I think it's just an excuse to get The Rock in the advertising.
No.
Because The Rock's obviously not in the film. He just fucking directed it.
Well, I mean, like maybe like they'll have.
He might do a cameo, but
That was probably it. That was probably the cameo. Was like, and then they'll stick that in the film so they could be like Dwayne the Rock Johnson and these other people in Paige the movie.
do you know, I listened to Paige on Lillian Garcia's podcast,
Pardon me.
and apparently she's already seen the movie. Like the movie is done.
Oh, it's done.
So
Dunsky?
that coming soon. It's like coming very soon.
Yeah.
Like her and her family have already seen it.
Fantastic. God, what I would give to be friends with them right now. Well, it looks a hell of a lot better than that fucking British wrestling film that's coming out. I don't even know what it's called, but it looks fucking terrible.
I don't get it.
Although I feel as if like watching bad wrestling related stuff is kind of our niche thing to do right now. So maybe we should watch it.
I'm going to go see it. I've got my Cineworld ticket anyway. It doesn't cost me anything to go.
Fair dues.
If you want to go see it, if we go on a Tuesday, I can get you in for free as well.
Nice. Okay. Let's make a plan with that.
Not this Tuesday, maybe next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Sweet.
And then we'll review it in a couple of weeks. Also, just while I remember, I know it says that we were considering doing the indie shows of WrestleMania weekend. We'll try and see when we can do that, but needless to say, we've got a busy couple of weeks ahead of us. We've got Greatest Rumble and Backlash. So
And covering the Superstar Shake-Up is far more important than covering those shows.
yeah.
So
I mean, like, it gives you more time to watch them. Like, because I've got so much time now, I'm literally just watching as many of the shows as I can, just because I have the time to. So I may not talk about them all, but like, I'm going to pick out matches from like shows that were worth watching. I'm looking forward to seeing Will Ospreay versus Desmond Xavier from CZW. That'll be a good one.
as much as it may shock some of our listeners to know, sometimes we and Grizz throw ourselves
Off a bridge.
Yeah, that. Sometimes we have a little bit of eye contact, which basically means pause the recording because I have to piss or we need more alcohol or something like that. So that just happened there after you said you were looking forward to seeing
Desmond versus Ospreay.
Yep. So I hit pause as soon as he finished that sentence, and as soon as I hit pause, Alexa fucking chimed in and informed us that she doesn't agree.
I don't give a fuck.
I really wish we were still recording for that.
Yeah.
It was just so perfect.
And it was just like the sentence she said as well was like so perfect. It was like, I don't give a fuck what you want, disembodied voice in a box. You don't even have eyes.
Right.
Right.
Okay, so the next one drafted to SmackDown is Samoa Joe.
Yes. Talk about needing a fucking new place to become a main eventer. Like, this is Joe's time now. He's fucking set.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Plus,
The thing is,
since Joe's returned, he's instantly became my fucking favourite wrestler. Just these fucking promos he's cutting have been phenomenal.
he's always cut good promos.
But these ones have been excellent. Like, oh, everybody, put on your tin hats. It's like, yes. Conspiracy time with Samoa Joe.
Conspiracy time with Samoa Joe. Now, here's your host, Samoa
Jesse
Joe.
Ventura. There's a conspiracy that I'm not the host of the show.
Yeah, the main event of SmackDown is looking really packed.
Oh, yes.
Where you think you've got Nakamura, AJ,
Daniel Bryan,
Joe,
potentially Jeff Hardy. Jesus
Jeez, fuck, that was
Christ.
creepy.
Fucking hell. We spend too much time together, man.
Yeah, we totally do. Like, that's bad.
That was just the fact that, like, not only did we said potentially Jeff Hardy and not just Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh, man.
Then we got
I think The Miz.
Then The Miz, yes. I knew there was somebody else really big. And then even like fucking Eric Young or Killian Dane like can be built up to eventually be part of that.
Yeah, probably more so Killian Dane, I think, than
'cause
Eric Young.
They love that guy, and so do we.
Yeah, totally. And you've also got the Sheamus and Cesaro. If they happen to break up the bar, either one of them could go to the main event.
I mean, Sheamus, 4-time WWE champion. So.
Preferably Cesaro. I'd like Cesaro to get that.
Yeah, I
that
agree
slot.
with that as well. And finally, Cesaro got his fucking wish after like, what, 2 years or something like that?
It's like, and then fucking talking about they didn't want to leave Raw. I might be trading away.
Glug. No, but I like it. And then, obviously, the next person on the list, Big Cass, they clearly look like they're going to be pushing him, so he could potentially be a main eventer
Yeah,
as
it
well.
looks like he's going to feud with Daniel Bryan anyway. Which is good, because I want Bryan and Miz to stay as far away from each other as possible for a while.
Build it up till SummerSlam. I think, like, what they should do is keep the two of them away from each other, but still have Miz be like, oh yeah, I saw last week when Daniel Bryan got the shit kicked out of him by Big Cass. Jesus Christ. I called him Big E there.
Yeah.
There's too many people with big in their name.
Yeah.
Big Boss Man, Big Show, Big E, Big Cass,
Big Grizz.
Big Grizzly. I know, like, fucking hell, like, a Big T from PCW. He's
Big T Justice.
yes,
Yeah.
he's a wrestler. What else have we got? So, yeah, Big Cass, straight enough to be Daniel Bryan. I think he could be good. I mean, like,
Well, I think WWE
he had
thought
that title
highly
match
of
with
him.
Big Show.
Because, like, even when Enzo was fully fit and stuff,
Uh-huh.
they gave him those Universal title opportunities and gave him a lot of really good singles opportunities. So
Yeah.
I do think WWE are high on him. So,
Yeah.
no pun intended. So, yeah, fuck it, man. See what he can do.
Yeah.
We haven't really got to properly see him in a singles run.
Yeah, because, like, as I was saying there, like, the Big Show match with Big Cass, oh, fuck's sake, this could be confusing, was terrible, but that was really the only, like, pay-per-view match he had, and it was still in that feud with Enzo at the time, so...
The focus of that match was Big Cass and Enzo, not
Uh-huh.
Big Cass and Big Show.
Aye. But, I just... Let's see what happens with him. I'm, like, kind of happy that he's not on Raw, if anything. Although he needs new theme music.
Yeah, it's generic as fuck, isn't it?
Aye. It was always generic as fuck. And then it's like they played it and it's like, oh yeah, that's his theme music. Oh.
Yeah, it does need new theme music. Next we have Asuka.
Which she kind of guessed since she wrestled and lost.
Grizz, you're going to have to be a big boy and get over it.
No. I don't want to play anymore.
Taking your ball and going home.
Mm-hmm. The Stone Cold Steve Austin special. It's just so sad. There's so much more she still could have done. Fucking Charlotte Flair.
I like that the streak's not there anymore, to be honest.
Fucking overrated cow.
I do agree with that, yes.
Stupid mole on her face.
That's a bit unfair, but okay.
Well, it is stupid, and it is a mole, and it is on her face.
I still think it's unfair, but yeah, you are technically correct in what you've said. Next we've got Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, aka The Club, which is kind of annoying.
That Butler Club!
That's so annoying that they've split them up from Balor. And they didn't really do anything with the Balor Club. I really wish they did.
I know.
See if Vince McMahon's obviously forgotten how to make money, because see if you put the three of them together as heels, watch the fucking dollars rain.
Ching, 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 ching. Yeah, because it always seemed like a pure on again, off again kind of relationship between Balor and the rest of the club. So it was just kind of like, oh, they're teammates this week, and then Balor just kind of goes off and does his own thing, and it's like, oh yeah, remember how you were pals and you're in a faction? It's like, well, no, you're not anymore.
Yeah, like, do you think they go back with AJ? Because technically they said that the club is always the club. They didn't split up. The club,
AJ still wears.
The club just happened to have a branch on SmackDown now.
AJ still has like tights that have the club logo, like the fucking gas mask thing.
Yeah,
he still wears tights with that logo on it. So, but the only thing is, like, I get the feeling this could be something good though. Like, their faces just now, and they're not really doing much. See if they come to SmackDown and AJ's like, look, man, I'm kind of doing my own thing at the moment. It's no disrespect. It's just me kind of going in a different direction. So you do your thing, I'll do mine. And then maybe, like, the club could turn heel again. Because...
as in Gallows and Anderson?
Yes. And attack AJ. And then that gives him even more sympathy. And then Shinsuke can just run up and punch him in the balls, because that seems to be his thing now.
Which is great, to be honest. Oh my god, have you heard about the t-shirt that apparently Nakamura's pushing for?
Me speak no English.
No, English.
English?
It's actually spelled with an R. English. No speaky English.
Oh my god.
It's so racist. Vince is going to jump all over it, man.
It's so racist, but yet he's the person that wants it.
No speak English.
This is gender's fault.
I read about that and I was like, oh, I really hope that's true.
And then on the back it just says, I always rook the same. just may as well get all the racist jokes out. Like, just right under it, sushi. Just start listing Japanese things. Sushi, ladybeard, baby metal,
fist to balls,
cramped trains, tiny penis. Allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen enough porn to think that's probably true.
I don't watch enough Japanese porn.
Should, it's great, man. It's interesting.
I'll bet. I know, like, just, do you know what it is? It's tentacles. I'm just scared that a fucking tentacle's just going to pop out at one point and just, like, tentacle porn is, I don't understand.
I have no idea what that is.
You don't know what tentacle porn is? It's a Japanese thing. Well, it's tentacles. This is pretty self-explanatory here.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was, but I can't say I've ever heard of that before. Anyway, moving swiftly on.
I forgot we were recording.
Sheamus and Cesaro.
Good, another good call. Sheamus and Cesaro. Another good call, because I feel as if they don't have anything else to do on Raw.
They were definitely done on Raw. There was one or two options: move them to SmackDown or break them up.
Yeah. No. See if they break up and they have to wrestle again. I still don't think I'm over the feud that they had before they became a tag team.
As long as it's only one match.
Yeah.
If rumours about Sheamus are true as well, it could be a loser leaves town.
Loser leaves WWE.
Yeah. Still prefer loser leaves town.
Well, like, all of WWE are going to leave that town after tonight anyway, so it makes no sense.
I know.
It only worked when it was in a territory that was in one place.
Next we've got... To be honest with you, I didn't even know this guy was still alive. Next we've got R-Truth.
What is up? Well, he's been injured for ages, and he was in the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. I think that was like his first match back in forever. I don't know what the fuck to do with him.
I think he's just going to do stupid backstage skits with the New Day.
Yeah.
Like he did at SmackDown this week.
Although I did like when Ty Dillinger walked up and he's just like looking at R-Truth all serious. It's like, oh, do you two know each other? And Ty was like, oh yeah, I know this guy real well. How you doing?
High
five.
that weird fucking
Aye.
handshake. Which you could not get away with doing in Scotland or Northern Ireland. But anyway,
Why?
funny handshakes.
Why? Who said we're not allowed funny handshakes?
Let's move on swiftly. Next we've got
Is this a football joke or something?
which was no. Which was announced on Raw. The Miz over
The
at SmackDown
Miz.
at Daniel Bryan's request.
Yeah, and then he done the best thing that you could do
Not turn
for
up.
this circumstance. Exactly, go home.
Yeah.
He's like, do you think I'm going to show up with all these other people? No. Well, when I make my return to SmackDown, it's going to be special. So next week, The Miz returns to
Premieres.
SmackDown. Aye.
And also the debut of his daughter.
Yep, on Smell-O-Vision.
Yeah. Cute baby.
Yeah. You know, it's a child. They all look the same when they're about fucking 2 weeks old.
And coming up from NXT to SmackDown, we've
Coming
got
up next.
who actually I really wanted to come up over on the SmackDown after Mania,
Yeah.
but it didn't happen. Andrade Cien Almas and Selena Vega.
Yes.
And I liked that Zelina had a match on NXT.
Was just about to say, like,
So, like, hopefully she does a bit of wrestling now when she comes up.
yeah, why the fuck not? Like, I like the idea of potentially Andrade and Zelina being dual champions. Not dual champions, but you know what I mean. SmackDown Women's Champion and SmackDown
Yes.
Heavyweight Champion at the same time.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction. Not prediction, but Andrade could be US champion
Fuck it, go with that.
and her SmackDown Women's champion. Like, allegedly, the reason that she didn't wrestle on NXT was because they didn't have anything for her, and then that whole thing with Andrade
Candice.
came up, and they were like, "We'll just do that."
All right.
So, like, it's good that she got to go out on. To be fair, she went out on her back,
Yeah.
but
What she
she
do?
got to have a match.
So did Andrade.
Yeah,
And now I guess that's him gone.
yeah.
It is annoying though, like Johnny Gargano was like, "Oh, Aleister Black, I want you for the NXT title. You're the first challenger." And then Aleister Black's like, "Okay, we'll do it next week." And it's like, well, we all know Johnny Gargano's just gonna lose again. So like, I kind of didn't like that.
Yeah, I suppose. I've completely avoided spoilers though, so for as far as I'm concerned, they might not have lost.
It's like Schrodinger's NXT. Like, in the box, Aleister Black is still, but could also not be NXT champion.
And finally, coming up from NXT, we've got Sanity, which has been advertised as Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane. No Nikki Cross.
No knick-knack,
Grizz,
paddywhack.
take it away.
Uh,
I thought you paused there, didn't I?
no, you call me Grizz.
Did I? I thought I said pause.
Well, they both ended Z, so I can see how you got confused.
Yeah. Take it away, anyway.
I'm just like, I kind of brought this up the other week. Last week when I was talking about the women's matches, like I was honestly 100% convinced she was going to be part of her being Nikki Cross. Was part of the Women's Royal Rumble, the Battle Royal, none of that stuff. And it's like, right, they're clearly waiting to bring up Sanity as a faction. And now they are bringing up them as a faction, and Nikki Cross isn't there.
I think she is coming up, but I think she's going to kind of interfere at some point.
Maybe. But like, you did also say like NXT needs women,
Yeah, that as well.
which fair enough to an extent. But they do have a lot of women.
They
That
say it needs women. I didn't say that. I said it needs credible main
stars,
eventers.
stars. Sorry.
It is credible main eventers.
Yeah.
'Cause right now there is not many of them.
Right, we've got Shayna Baszler, we've got Pirate Bay. I seriously like. I think we should just get a T-shirt of fucking Kerry Sane just in Pirate Bay. That seems to be our thing. Then we've got Candice. I guess like Nikki Cross if she's going to get used, but she's not been on NXT for fucking ages. She might have had like one squash match and that's been it. But I don't know what's up with her. I don't know if she's injured or they just don't have anything for her.
Honestly, they've not had anything for her because
Yeah.
the feud has been between Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon, and technically Kairi Sane a little bit as well. But like, what happens if Shayna is doing her whole "oh, I'm fucking the alpha female about here" and all that blah 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 blah, and then Nikki comes out and just destroys everybody?
I noticed Nikki wasn't in that locker room
Yeah.
at the time, so could be a shout. But I mean, like, people like Dakota Kai, she's a great fucking wrestler. She can be built up to be the next Bayley if they really wanted her to. But again, this was kind of where the conversation went that we had the other day, where it's like, they need established stars now, but see if they really work on building up some of these women, then you'll have a fucking great division in just a couple of months. You just need to build them up a bit. You've got Lacey Evans, you've got Vanessa Bourne, Dakota Kai, you got that cat woman, what's her face, Aaliyah, that just kind of shows up whenever she's needed.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to be top of that card anytime soon. Well, like Bianca Belair could be
Yeah.
as well if she's built up properly.
That's another good
But
one.
The problem is, like, because they'd Asuka on this big undefeated run, they've not really been able to build people up.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, now they can.
Yeah. And then, let's get Rhea Ripley back on TV, please.
Yes, I'm all for that as
Thank
well.
you.
I think Nikki would be a very credible face challenger to Shayna Baszler.
Uh-huh.
Because although she's so much smaller, she's fucking mental, and you can't prepare for mental.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, like, she's just so good that, like, she could just fucking tackle you at, like, a moment's notice and be like, what the fuck's going on?
Just up their back and all that, like,
She's biting my ear!
yeah, so that's the way they could do it. They could build Shayna, destroying all her competition, and then you've got Nikki,
Yeah.
who she can't prepare for, because you can't prepare for mental.
No, you can't. I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think of other women that are on NXT. But I think we've kind of rattled through everybody that's important. Except Jinder's sister. But the less said about her, the better. Ugh.
I didn't even know she actually Jinder's sister.
No, just being an arsehole.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because she's Indian.
Okay, fair enough.
Um,
So I think that's pretty much it, isn't it?
well, we're probably not going to be back till after Greatest Rumble. So,
Quick fire of the card then.
quick fire. Because some matches still haven't even been signed for it yet. Like 205 this week has a number one contenders match for the championship shot against Cedric. So we don't even know what's going to happen with that.
No, like, I think probably only half the card has actually been determined at this point.
Yeah. Well, we'll go through all the matches where we know the participants.
Yeah, okay. So, first off, Undertaker versus Rusev casket match, Taker.
Yeah, obviously.
John Cena versus Triple H. John Cena, I'm thinking.
Triple H I'm going to go for.
Okay, interesting. Cedric Alexander versus TBD. So, Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos.
Bludgeons.
Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy versus Cesaro and Sheamus.
I think that's going to get changed. I really do. But either way, if it gets changed, I still think Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt are going to win regardless.
Yeah.
Unless it's like Authors of Pain.
I'm trying to think of a way that this could happen. No, there isn't any way they could do it without changing it to make it less obvious. Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy.
It just makes no sense why a now SmackDown team would be wrestling for the Raw tag titles.
I know, which is... It happened last year as well with a stupid superstar shake-up that just fucked up everything that they'd...
It's just... Like, when they do a superstar shake-up, like, do they not, like, think about these things? Where it's like... Oh, right, okay, we're going to move the bar to SmackDown. Yeah, but they're wrestling for the Raw tag titles in, like, a week. I was like...
Yeah, it's just like, fuck it, it's fine.
Who cares?
Shake-up should happen immediately after WrestleMania.
It's not like
and then
people-
that way they can start building straight
It's
off
not like
the bat.
people are going to watch it or anything.
Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal.
I'm putting all my money in Jeffers.
I think Jinder's winning. Much as I don't want it to happen, I think that's what's happening.
Right, well, let's see then. This could be interesting. What else have we got?
AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I think it's Nakamura.
Is that 100% confirmed?
Yes.
Nice. I think AJ's retaining. Hate to say it. I'm going to be interested to see if Nakamura comes out first of all, what he's going to come out as. Is he going to come out as a heel, or is this still going to be acted like it's a house show, and he'll still do all his usual shit?
No, he will come out as a heel. This is what I like about this now, because we've got an established heel and face.
Yeah. I still don't think Naka's winning though.
I think if Naka doesn't win this time, he's winning at Backlash when they probably do a rubber.
Probably, aye.
Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe versus The Miz. Samoa Joe and The Miz could potentially win this to offset the fact that Jinder's taking the US title back to Raw, in my opinion.
I think if that match happens first, which I'm sure it will, Jeff Hardy versus Jinder, that match being, whoever wins that is going to kind of state who's going to win this match.
Not necessarily, because you get two from each brand.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, if Jinder wins, then that means Raw gets the US title, which means Joe or Miz is going to win.
And vice versa.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I agree with you in that. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. I think Roman.
Yeah, I think Roman's getting it.
Is going to give him the title in a place he's not going to be booed in.
Exactly. Well, granted, that's what we said at fucking WrestleMania. Not the not getting booed part, but the part where it's like, that was about to say was like, ugh, of course Roman's going to win.
But apparently the outcome was changed last minute because of the crowd reaction. Because they didn't want fucking Roman to be booed. They're like, what did you think was going to happen?
So why didn't you change it when Triple H fucking wrestled Roman Reigns 2 years ago? Or was it last year?
2 years ago.
Yes. Or Undertaker last year? Or Lesnar the year before that?
Before it did change, to be fair.
Yeah, but still. Anyway.
Nothing. So could give them that one.
Nothing has changed in the past 4 fucking years.
The Roman Reigns experiment has failed. Please move on from it.
It failed 3 years ago.
Yeah. He's never going to get over. Like, it's done.
Not this way. Not the way that... See, the more you shove him into us, the less we want him. It's like when you tell a child not to do something, they're going to want to do it more. So it's like Roman Reigns, no.
Yeah, basically. Don't eat that. If you eat that, fucking...
Get that out. Get your hand out that jar. Put the lid back on that. See if you put that cookie up to your face. Don't you dare put that in your mouth. Don't you start chewing that cookie. Don't you dare swallow it. Don't you dare shit that back in.
And finally we have the Greatest Rumble match, which still fucking... The winner gets a fucking trophy. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan's actually a good shout, I think.
I think you should pick somebody else though. Just.
I was leaning towards Daniel Bryan or Rusev.
Ooh.
But
See,
Rusev probably won't be in it.
See, the thing is, right, there's
not anymore. This was when Rusev was out the casket match.
Yeah.
And that was my thinking, he's out the casket match in order to win this Greatest Rumble, because then they can have him win something big without actually having any commitment to him afterwards. Do you know what I mean?
Because, I mean, as soon as this show's going to be over, like, it's pretty much going to be forgotten about. Like, it's not going to be like the winner comes out with the trophy and be like, he is the winner of the Greatest Royal Rumble match. It's not going to be... It's going to be forgotten. Like, almost instantly. But, like, where was it going? I had something. Like, I get the feeling, like, because there's going to be 50 people in it, I get the feeling champions are going to be in it.
Yeah, they will be.
It's not for a title shot, I reckon. So I reckon AJ Styles, Roman Reigns, whether he's champion or not, Brock Lesnar are all probably going to be in this to just give it that much star power.
The thing is, though, like, I know it's hopefully on Raw or SmackDown they announce something, even if it's a title shot at SummerSlam.
I don't see. That's what I was always vouching for.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
it doesn't even need to. It doesn't even need to be specified as a Universal title shot or just a title shot. Challenge for anyone.
Yeah. So fucking if you're WWE champion, challenge for the Intercontinental. Become one of those few people that holds both belts. But this is it. Greatest Royal Rumble this fucking Friday.
Are you dancing because you're happy or dancing because you have to pee?
Both.
Is it more the pee?
Both.
Well, on that note, I've been Chris motherfucking Hughes.
I've been the Grizz.
Ho!
Pee!
Yes! You did it! You did it! Yes! Off the cuff. Brilliance.
Remember, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Heel Podcast. And also, don't forget, you can hear our archives on the World Wide Web at heelpodcast.co.uk. Well, that's all, folks. So long. Have a good day.